Hi, this is our video lesson for our charts and graphs class today, and we're going to be talking about political maps. Last time we talked about physical maps, and I had you jot down this difference between these two kinds of maps if you want to jot it down again. A physical map, like we talked about last time, shows features that are made by nature, so rivers or mountains, elevation, how high or low land is, precipitation, which is rain or snow coming down from the clouds. Those are things that nature created. A political map, on the other hand, shows things that are created by humans. So, boundaries between states or countries, roads, cities, population movement, election results, things like that, all have to do with humans or are made by humans. Most maps, as I said last time, are a combination of physical and political, but some are purely physical or purely political. So let's take a look. We're going to start on page 14, and we have a map there. We are looking, whenever we see a map, we're looking to see the same elements that we've identified before. We're looking for a title, a compass rose, a scale of miles, and a map key. So here we have a title, Northeast United States, and there is a compass rose there in the upper left corner of the map, quadrant of the map. It shows the directions. Also in that quadrant there is a scale of miles in case we have to measure distance. And there's a very simple map key. It's got one thing on it. All it does is tell us that a star means a state capital. Okay, so the state capitals of the different states then on here have stars to show where they are. Okay, so I also wanted to say something about this being the Northeast United States. In the first lesson, the lesson on map components, the first lesson we had about maps a couple weeks ago, there is a handout in that lesson discussing the different regions of the United States. But let's just say for this, in this case, that the Northeast region, the states that make up the area or region of the Northeast of the United States, is also sometimes called New England. New England or the Northeast region, the New England region, the Northeast region. It's important that we know those regions because they come up really often on a GED or a HiSET. Okay, so we've got two questions here. What does the symbol designating Concord, New Hampshire represent? So we find Concord, New Hampshire, and notice on this map, for a change, all of the names of the states are spelled out. We haven't seen that elsewhere yet. We find Concord, New Hampshire. We see it's a star. We read the map key. What does that mean? It means B, that it's a state capital. There aren't any large cities designated on here. I want to say something about state capital and county seat in just a minute, but it's also not a large city in a state capital. There's nothing on this map about large cities. The only cities that are designated are the capital cities. So let's say, remember what a state capital is. A capital is where the government functions are. So the governor's office, the state legislature is in the capital of a state, the headquarters of the state courts are in the capital. States are divided into counties. So, like in California, we have, I think there are 49 counties or something in California. The ones that are near us are, we live in Los Angeles County, we have San Diego County, Orange County, Riverside County, San Bernardino County, Ventura County. All of those are counties. The county seat is for the county what a capital is for the state. The county seat is where all the county government things are. So if there's a county executive, like a mayor or something, then the office of that person would be in the county seat. The county, whatever the legislature is for the county, is in the county seat. The county courts are in the county seat. I'll bet you don't know what the county seat is of Los Angeles County, but it's Norwalk. Norwalk. Norwalk is where our county government is. We don't have a county executive office like a mayor in a city or a governor in a state. We have the Board of Supervisors, which is our legislature and our executive branch. And we also have main county courts that are located in Norwalk. Who knew? Okay, so it's not, this star doesn't represent a state capital and a county seat. It just represents, according to the map key, a state capital. Okay, number 2. Which of the following statements best describes how this map could be used? So, A, could it be used to determine the climate of the Northeast? The weather, there's nothing on here about climate. There's no information on this map about climate. B, to find the population density of cities in the Northeast. Population density means how many people are in a certain area, a square mile, or a certain number of acres, or a city. And there's nothing on here telling us how many people are in different places on this map. C, to find the location of the states along the east coast of the United States. Well, these are on the east coast, but it's only the northeast coast. We don't see anything down south of this northeast region. So a half of the east coast of the United States is south of what's on this map. So we can't figure out what the states along the east coast are from this. And D, to identify the states that make up the northeast region. Yes, of course, we could use this map to do that. Okay, pretty clear cut. All right, let's take a look. Let's skip over to page 16 for a minute. Okay, page 16, and then we'll come back and look at 15 in a few minutes. On page 16, oh, I'm sorry, let me say one more thing. The things that are on that map of the Northeast region are all political elements because we see the boundaries of the states, we see the capitals of the states. There's nothing on that map about nature-made things. We don't know where mountains are, we don't know where the rivers are, we don't know anything about elevation or climate or anything like that. So it's purely a political map. Okay, here we have another political map. The title tells us this map is about world population. How many people live in different places in the world? And we have a compass rose down in the right-hand lower corner. Also there is a scale of miles if we needed it. And there's a fancy map key. Tells us one thing, one dot. One dot means 100,000 people. So on the map, circle the name of the continent that has the smallest population. So let's look for the continent that has the fewest dots. And the trick here is to remember that Antarctica is a continent. Okay? Actually, I think we're going to conclude this video and we'll come back and go from here in the next video. Okay? All right, thanks.